Welcome back to the Weekend Roundup. Happy Sunday, everybody. It is officially summer. I'm declaring it.
I was going to say, first day of summer vibes today. I
don't
excited.
actually think it is. When does summer
my God.
start?
No, it's
officially?
like June 21st or something.
That's neither here nor there. Basically,
it's a nice day out.
We're looking cute.
Do you know what I feel like?
What?
You know in High School Musical where they're like, summer. That's how I feel right now. Like, it's the anticipation is building. We're not there yet. The bell hasn't rung, but it's building.
It's almost there.
I mean,
the bell never rings when you're in summer school, but...
Well, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Cheers to that. Let's have a cheers.
Yeah, we're still surviving summer school.
Barely. We have on our super cute summer fits. I look like a little lad on his way to tennis lessons.
Yeah,
and I also
spilled my super cute summer fit.
And I spilled Chipotle sauce on my shirt literally right before we walked into the studio. So if you're on YouTube, that is definitely why. My shirt is stained, and it never is ever stained any other time ever.
No, but that's summer fashion, you know?
Just little lad or the stain?
Lad. Little of both, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, you get messy because you're out there having a good time.
Chilling.
But also summer essentials, like big t-shirt and shorts. That's such a boy fit, you know? I just always dress like a little boy in the summer.
Yeah, definitely if you're looking to secure a good summer fit, we have a plug.
Yo, save that for next week.
But I'm saving it for next week. But we do have a plug. Mm-hmm. So, Maddie, we have a lot of fun things to discuss today, now don't we?
I'm absolutely so excited. A classic story time app.
We do have a story time.
A story time that's not too serious.
Not too serious.
You know, like
because we've been on our serious shit.
If I'm gonna hit you with a story time lately, it's probably traumatic. But this one's a little throwback.
Yeah.
This one, we actually recorded this when it happened, and then never put it out.
We couldn't put it out
edgy.
Because it was edgy.
It was edgy.
Honestly,
at the time.
We were drunk when we recorded it. We literally crawled in here the next morning and just recapped it, and really didn't have enough time to think about it, to meditate on it, to really think about it.
How angry we should even be at the situation. Because we were mad in that episode, but honestly, it wasn't. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
There's
either,
no reason to be mad.
But we were super livid.
We were telling the story
just
going
you
off.
And
no reason for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a hilarious story.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
But before we get into that, we have a little mini story.
A mini story.
To recap for you. Because we went out on Thursday. We went out for a little Thursday.
If you see me hitting the town on a Thursday... I don't even know what to tell you because I never go out on Thursdays.
No, I know. I felt like it was a Saturday. I was looking on my phone, being like, "Where the fuck the hoes at?" But
it screwed me up for the entire week.
Me too.
I was like, I don't know what day it is. On Saturday, I was grinding out schoolwork on Saturday night, and I'm like, wait, what am I doing here? It's a Sunday. There's no need for that.
Yeah. So we went out on Thursday, and we went to Level 8, which is a new nightclub in Halifax. It's at 1800 Argyle Street, and you go in and you take the elevator to the 8th floor.
The elevator's fun.
The elevator's fun.
Cool when you
there's a bouncer
in the elevator.
There is a bouncer who goes up and down in the elevator, obviously, supervise the sitch, and it's so fun. Imagine getting drunk and just talking some shit with the elevator bouncer. Literally all we did all night.
Gotta love the elevator guy.
And Maddie, at one point I was like, "Are you scared of elevators?" He was like, "No."
I was like, imagine if I was.
So we got up there, and I will say that we were super well taken care of.
Oh my gosh,
Level 8. We were all of our needs were tended to. They took really good care of us. We really liked partnering with them for the night as the digital sponsor. The venue. We need to talk about the venue, guys.
The window.
The floor-to-ceiling windows that you can see all over Halifax.
So cool.
And I will say, too, because I thought this, too, when I was looking at the stories of them, starting it or whatever and building it, I thought it was a really small space. And I think that's just how it shows up on camera, because when I was showing it to other people, they were like, "Oh, it looks small." It's so big.
It's actually pretty big.
It's really big.
Yeah.
Big bar,
100%.
too. But it was a really awesome night, really well taken care of. We went and we saw Sickick, the DJ. Sickick?
I'm not even gonna lie, I thought it was Psychic, which is so embarrassing. Me we're
can't
going to
read now, bitch.
concert. Yeah, it's me. I was like, okay, no, it's Sickick, but crazy DJ. Mm-hmm. Everyone was going insane.
Yeah. Everybody was vibing. It was super fun. Also, I will say, because Maddie and I were the digital sponsors of the evening, we went and we were in like another separate area.
Yeah.
Not to sound like an asshole. I'm trying to explain.
We were in a separate.
And it's
just kidding.
funny
We were just trying to get
because-
photos
Yeah.
without being like knocked.
Yeah, without being literally thrown. And because rave fans who go to like DJs and raves and stuff, it's not that they're like trying to rock your shit. They just like feel the music in their bodies. They're like dancing.
Everyone's
and that's just not
vibing.
So we were getting like tossed. But anyway.
But we were also tossing.
We were tossing.
We were tossing.
I was throwing
so
ass.
like whatever.
I was
it
throwing ass
happens.
to
It
Sick Kick.
happens. If Sick Kick's going off, then I'm gonna
This
have to
ass
go
is
off
being
too.
thrown. But when we went in the other section, it was so funny because we looked like VIP girls, like the ones that go in like the DJ booth. And I was just laughing thinking about all the like DJ girls I've seen in the past who just kind of like bob their heads.
They just like vibe with the music.
Their job
looks
is to be
so
hot,
cool,
right? Like they're supposed to be hot.
Our
and
job, unfortunately, is not to be
Our
hot.
job, unfortunately, is to be the literal opposite. So we're like hammered in the VIP section. Just
seriously,
I have never danced like that in my life.
it was so fun though.
Like the videos, our friend Robbie came with us, took a bunch of super cool videos. Which
King
we're gonna
Robbie,
get on the
it's
Insta soon.
giving.
It's giving.
That was like the quote of the night. Robbie goes, "It's giving." When we
It's
were leaving the
giving.
house, the whole night we're like, "It's giving."
Mhm.
The whole night was giving, and honestly, definitely check it out if you haven't been there yet.
Yeah, we
It's a
had
vibe.
so much fun.
And we'll definitely be back. Maybe we'll run into you.
No, I know. I'm
I think-
excited.
yeah, I don't want to say too much,
I don't want to say too much either, but
we'll see you.
that is our little shout out to Level 8. It's new. It's hot. It's the place to be.
oh,
What?
last note on Level 8. The fits at Level 8
Yeah.
were so iconic.
Absolutely.
Every single person who went was wearing something like cool and unique.
Yeah.
the
Nobody looked
bathroom,
the same.
Nobody looked the same, and that was so refreshing. I feel like every time I go anywhere in Halifax, like it's black shirt, jeans.
Yeah.
But this was like people came out to dance. Like they
Yeah.
were going clubbing. You know what I
Well,
mean?
a lot of them are like, I could tell that they're like DJ, like rave
Yeah.
kind of fans because there's like a certain like fit, I guess, that you would wear, like a lot of neon,
It was
like
so
minimal
good.
clothes. Like
There was one girl
mesh.
with a crazy jumpsuit on.
Yeah.
Crazy jumpsuit.
Also, I gotta shout out these. So we got there early, and we were sitting on this like at this table for a super long time because we were there early, and so we just people watched for an hour. So these are all the people that we people watched. Here's
Oh
our
my gosh,
that's our
yeah.
clarity.
Hawaiian guy.
Hawaiian shirt.
He was
guy.
wearing just full Hawaiian like shirt and pants.
and every person
The
we'd be
matching.
like, it's giving, it's giving,
It's giving. That guy's giving.
You know when you just get those little fun inside jokes with
No.
your friends. But there was this one couple, oh my god, they were such a good fucking looking couple. Like he was so hot, she was so hot. Like
That's what it was. There was a lot of hot people.
There was a lot of hot people.
Yeah.
They were a really hot couple and they were dressed so nice. Like she had like this hot pink little like slip dress, heels, and like 90s
Such
glasses,
a vibe.
like
I
the
was
ones
gonna
that
say
you wear.
the sunglasses.
And then anyway, her boyfriend was super hot and they were dancing the whole time. They never stopped dancing. And they had their friend with them. And I was like, this is the couple to go out with.
No,
Because I know that's her
seriously.
single friend.
And you know they're fun as fuck.
And you know that they're fun as fuck. They were all, he never stopped dancing.
And they were there like early. Like
They
they,
were
there
one of the first
when
people
doors
in.
open, and they
Yeah.
danced the entire night until
Yeah.
doors closed.
And when we left, because after Sick Kick, there was another DJ. Like Sick Kick didn't come on till
who
midnight.
was a queen?
Yeah, Sick
Who
Kick
was
didn't
a
come on till midnight.
queen?
Then after that, we were like, oh, okay, it's obviously over. It's like 2:30 a.m. No. Another DJ.
Yo, they got that. What is it? Cabaret license.
cabaret license so they can stay
We're
open
like, can we get
super
that fact
late.
check on that word?
So anyways, yeah, then another DJ comes on. We're like, unfortunately, this has been a great night, but our beds are calling us. We must go.
I'm like, it is Thursday.
So yeah, we
No, it was so
dipped
good.
out, but it was so fun. And then Maddie and I slept all day Friday.
till 3 p.m.
And it was so weird. So I slept over at Maddie's house. She slept in a room. I
this
slept
is
on the
so funny
couch
of us.
because, and her roommate offered me her bed, but I was like, no, I want the couch because Maddie has a super comfortable couch.
No, the couch is the place to be. I'm not even gonna
I
lie.
know.
I sleep on the couch sometimes.
So we woke up, got coffee, got muffins, drank the coffee, ate the muffins, immediately fell back asleep for 5 hours on the couch.
Yeah,
Like both of us in the same living room.
it was bad.
And we woke up at the same time.
No, we
too.
literally woke up, ate, back to sleep,
Yeah. And then we both woke up at the same time again.
and that's the hangover schedule.
Yeah.
Not the hangover recording.
Our calendars are in sync.
We're like, yeah, that's how it goes.
But yeah, shout out Level 8, super fun. Check them out. They have a
Definitely
lot of
hit it
cool like events coming up and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
there's an
definitely-
event. I guess it'll be over by
yeah,
the time
I was
this
gonna
goes
say
out.
it,
But
by the time it came out,
there'll be an event that we might be at.
yeah,
There was an event.
there
That we
was
were
an event.
at.
Maybe
Pre-recordings.
Pre-recording got me fucked up.
I'm like, I don't even know if it's Thursday, Friday. I don't know. But yeah, we shall get into our story time because I'm really excited for this story time. This has been one of those episodes we've been waiting to put out, and for good reason. I think it's funny. I think, I don't know. I think we just had to sit on this one a bit.
Yeah, it needed its time.
It needed its time to marinate.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but let's talk about it now.
Let's talk about it now.
So,
we're like once upon a time.
Once upon a time. I will not disclose when. Maddie was going out with her friend, and I FaceTimed Maddie for some reason.
Yeah, who knows?
And Maddie was like, "Oh, you're in Halifax?" Because she thought I was home.
Yeah, this was right when you got back.
Yeah,
not
us
saying
something.
We won't say when.
Well, nobody knows when I got back.
Lauren was away.
I was at home. I was in Antigonish.
Yeah, we'll say that.
And that's the truth.
I'm like, yeah, we'll say that.
This wasn't when I got back from BC. I don't know why.
You just being so suspicious for no reason. I don't know. Continue.
So I came back and Maddie was like, "Oh shit, you're in Halifax? Like I thought you were in Antigonish." And she said, "I'm going out tonight with my friend. Why don't you
come with?
Join? Like I thought you were home." And I was like, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah, because my friend was like, "Yo, I'm going out. It's kind of like a random assortment of people, but you should come." Absolutely, I'm in.
Those sometimes are the greatest nights.
Sometimes they are, and that's the risk we were willing to take that night. Yeah. I was like, "Yo, I'll get Laura. It'll be a more random group, and it'll be fun."
Yeah,
you know, because sometimes you never know who you're gonna click with. You never know what might happen.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. When you're in the moment, you just never know. And if I had known,
I would never have done something like that. So,
the iconic PR apology that we've all watched 1,000 times.
So good.
But yeah. So I get dressed up and I go over to Maddie's house.
We're slaying this night, to be honest. I feel like we hadn't been out in a while.
We had not.
It was a vibe. Like we were like, let's go downtown.
So we go. I go to Maddie's house because Maddie's going to have the pre-drinks.
Of course.
And I get there and it's like 2 guys that I don't know and 2 girls that I don't know and Maddie and then Maddie's friend that I had met through Maddie. And I introduced myself to everyone. Everyone's really normal.
Everyone seemed great.
Everyone honestly was really nice.
Up to this point, I think we were doing
great.
It was a good night.
Yeah, I loved it.
Up to the very beginning of the night, the first 30 seconds.
The first 30 seconds were
solid,
super solid.
Solid encounters.
Yeah.
I remember we all took shots together. It was actually very pleasant.
It was a really
in the living room.
You
know what I'm talking about? Like it was a good time. We were like, cheers to tonight.
Cheers to tonight.
You know, you never know what's gonna happen.
And so then we head on downtown. This wide
downtown.
group of people who all are very loosely connected to one another.
Very loosely connected is the best way to put it.
And this is around the time where you just couldn't get in anywhere downtown. I mean, obviously that's still a thing kind of now, but it was worse.
This was you could not, if you're past 8 p.m., 8:01, you're not getting in anywhere. You're going to have to wait in a line the whole night. Mm-hmm. So that was obviously not our vibe.
So we're walking around. There's nowhere for us to get in anywhere. And we're like, okay, well, we Ubered downtown. Everyone's fucking hungry and we need drinks. So
where do we go?
Where do we go that doesn't have a line that offers all of the above?
Should we say the name of it or should we say a really fun franchise restaurant?
It was Boston Pizza.
It was Boston Pizza. And here's the thing about Boston Pizza downtown. When there's nothing else to do, Boston Pizza will have your back.
It will be there.
If you have nowhere else to go, there's a fishbowl waiting.
That's what my friends and I used to do when I was underage.
No,
because
this is I feel like I haven't done this since.
This is the underage move.
It's the
not to get drinks underage, but to go somewhere
to Boston Pizza
with your friends who can drink.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a mixed
I've never
bag.
gotten a drink at Boston Pizza that I was not old enough for.
Yeah, same. I'm like, yeah, same. No, but once actually I went when I was 18, but I was in Quebec. And I went and we got fish bowls.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong for you to say that.
I was like, it's okay. It's legal.
Yeah.
We were in Ottawa. We drove to Montreal or wherever, Gatineau, and then got a little fish bowl. Because that's what you got to do when
Listen to Lee Pub versus the Pub.
Yeah. It was actually that time. But absolutely iconic. So we go and we get a seat, and we grab some fish bowls. No wait at Boston Pizza.
No wait up.
So iconic.
You get in right away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, there was no room on the bar side, so we did have to eat.
We
on
settled
the
for the family section.
Yeah.
Now, that was probably where we went wrong.
Yeah, there was definitely a universal shift.
Yeah, that was when things shifted for us because we weren't trying to have a family-oriented night.
No.
And nobody in our little group was.
No.
And that's...
And unfortunately, we were put in a family-oriented location.
Exactly.
But nobody's attitudes changed.
The family side, but that didn't change for us. So we're sitting in the family side of Boston Pizza, rocking shots.
Yeah, I think it's important to describe the seating arrangement.
Okay, yeah. We're in the middle of the family section.
Yeah.
To begin, in a large table.
The long table for birthday parties?
Yeah, like 8.
That's us.
At least 8 people surrounded by families, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely...
It was late at night, so...
Younger people, though.
They were younger, like teenagers.
Yeah. So it's not like the worst thing ever.
Not good, though. But I also...
Yeah, just wait.
We missed a detail, Madison.
What was it?
When I got to your house, you and I both went in the other room to just, like, chill for a sec. And
of course.
You were like, one of those guys I actually kind of know.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
No,
We're
this
spaced.
is a huge detail.
Yeah.
This is a huge detail. I knew one of the guys, and it was like, I was like, oh my God.
And this was before we left to go downtown. You were like, isn't this so weird that Maddie, like, kind of pulled me aside and we just talked about it for a second.
So it turns out, me and this man who is currently in my house in the other room.
And he's like the friend of a friend of a friend.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it was
it's like,
a weird
it was a crazy
invite.
connection.
Yeah.
Like, me and him have matched on Bumble back in the day.
Bumble.
And when I say back in the day, I mean like first year.
I remember.
First, second year.
Yeah.
Must have been second year, actually. And I was like, well, wow, that's so crazy that he's here right now. We matched on Bumble, snapped a little, and then we were supposed to hang out. Something happened. I don't remember. And then we never hung out. He hurt himself. And then we didn't end up hanging out. And then we just kind of stopped talking.
He had gotten a leg injury or something. I don't know.
He got a little cut on his leg, but
yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
So Maddie was like, isn't that so random? Like, we used to talk, and then we just kind of like stopped talking because you guys were going to hang out. And then he was like, oh, I got an injury. I have to recover. And then you were
let's
like,
keep in mind, at this point, when I'm telling Lauren this, I don't really remember any details other than the fact that we did talk. Like, nothing bad had happened that we stopped talking. Like, it was just like, oh.
One of those Bumble matches that drifts off.
Yeah, that you never meet, and it just kind of, like, didn't happen, right? So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, but you know me. So I'm like, this man's in my house right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, we are meant to be together.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm romanticizing the fuck of it. I'm
Maddie's
like,
mind is flying.
It's fate. What are the odds that this person who's a friend of a friend
mm-hmm.
is in my house right now and we used to talk on Bumble? Crazy.
That's the context, everyone.
That's the context, and that is very important context. And let's name him.
We
haven't done a good name in a while. T name? We were going with T's before we took a little breather from the names.
We did. We were going with T. Yeah, his name is Brent. That's what we decided.
Me and Brent had matched on Bumble.
Yes.
Years prior.
Is everyone caught up? Does everyone know what's going on?
I'm not sure I do.
Sorry we missed that. Let's go back to Boston Pizza, everyone.
So we're back in Boston Pizza with Brent and our other friends who are all loosely connected that we don't really know that well.
Yep.
We just met 2 of them.
Great setting of the scene, Maddie.
Thank you.
Now, I do think it's important that we talk about the seating arrangement at the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, let's base it off of me because I'm the center of everything. So, to my right, I have Maddie.
Maddie Mills.
To my left, I have Brent.
So, you know she's in the crossfire.
I'm caught in the fucking crossfire, of course.
At this point, me and Brent are Gucci.
Good friend.
Everything's good.
It's just like, oh, hey.
He low-key made a little dig at one point, but we were like, it's whatever.
What was his dig again?
I don't remember the first one.
Okay. He
but
did.
You know when you're like kind of someone's being kind of salty and you're like, am I making it up right now that he's being salty right now? Like, I was like in my head about it.
So then I have Brent next to me, and next to Brent, on Brent's left, is one of the girls that we had just met.
Mm-hmm.
Or like whatever. And I don't really think too much went on at the dinner.
We were going hard, I will say.
We were drinking
a lot.
heavily. We were drinking pretty heavily.
Yeah, and like some of the people we were with were drinking crazy heavily. Like how many shots?
That was a reference to the Johnny Depp trial, but not that you were drinking.
No, but
heavily. But everyone was drinking heavily. There was a girl who did a dozen shots in like
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
We timed it. And twice.
So
back
she
did
did
24
within
in
like
a minute.
40 minutes. Because I don't think they let her do it.
No, the waiter was definitely a little concerned. You know when you're at Boston Pizza getting shit-faced?
Yeah, and you're
not sure if it's happened to you.
You're drinking as if like your team just won the finals
and
or
they're
something.
just like, okay, are you sure?
And
then they just start
if
slowing down.
Yeah, slowing down the delivery.
Yeah, because you are at
speed.
a restaurant.
Yeah, and
you know?
you're getting rowdy.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, she did a dozen shots in 30 seconds.
Highly
and then
impressive.
Did it again. They were porn star shots, mind you, but like still.
No, highly impressive. I would never. I can't even do one shot. I was like, this girl's made of something different.
Yeah.
She's something different.
Yeah.
But that's like just the energy of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Maddie and I are having our own conversation about a
guy I met the night before.
You got a guy's number the night before.
My sweet king.
And he was like, I'm also going to be downtown tomorrow. Like, text me.
So I'm like, should I text him?
It's like 11:30 at this point.
Yeah, not like totally normal time to text someone.
Yeah, so Maddie and I are off, and she's being like, do you think I should text this guy? Like, do you think he's downtown? I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like, what do you want to say? You know, we're having that whole conversation.
We're doing our moment, you know?
Brent
hears us.
Overhears the conversation and leans over and says to Maddie.
No, he says it to the table. He makes a face. I actually will never forget because it actually pissed me off so much. He makes a face when I say this, and I'm like, what? And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, what? You're going to tell me? And he goes, I just think you should play a little harder to get. Okay. Don't think I asked. Don't think I ever play it too easy. And is there even such thing as too easy? If I want something, I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
It pissed me off, okay?
It was rude.
It was fucking rude. Now, we haven't even told you the cherry on top, okay? Lauren, I'm going to let you take the cherry on top.
Thanks, Maddie. I'll take it from
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I'm feeling a little pissed off that this guy just said that to my bestie.
Yeah, it was fucking rude. Like,
and I'm pretty sure he said something else within context to the podcast following that.
yeah, so it's like...
So, now I'm involved, bitch. Like, you know, I was
I'm
involved before,
involved.
but now it's personal.
Now it's personal.
And so I'm already pissed off. Maddie and I are kind of like, we don't want to talk about it at the table because if we're talking about it at the table, everyone's going to hear. So
Yeah.
we're talking about texting the guys still.
We're
but
having telepathy.
having
and like a telepathic conversation. And I'm like, I cannot believe that guy just said that
and
to
I'm
me
like, no,
right now.
he's fucked.
And I'm like,
I can't
so
wait to talk about this.
I was like,
with
so
you.
should I fucking send the text to the guy right now?
Yeah, you definitely should. Fuck this guy.
And keep in mind, the text wasn't anything fucking crazy. It was like, hey, what's up tonight?
Where you at? Like, what's the move tonight?
Too easy.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, Mads, you fucking skank.
And the guy is literally, the guy I texted is such a sweet kid.
Nice guy.
Literally sweetest guy ever. Like, I looked at that man from across the bar when I met him and I was like, he definitely cuddles.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he gives a nice guy energy. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Brent does not give off nice guy energy. So
Brent said none of that.
I'm sitting with Maddie. We're leaning over her phone. We're like talking or whatever. And as you know, Brent is on my left. And I feel his leg bump mine. Like bump into it. And I ignore it, thinking that he's like kind of like shaking his leg or something. Like quit
Yeah, like you know when you're just like
yeah.
anxious.
So I thought he did that. Then he did it again. And I got annoyed. And then he did it again. And I turned around and I was like, oh my God.
Brent, what the fuck?
Turned around to be like, leave me alone. The girl to Brent's left, whom he had met at this point, what, maybe an hour ago?
Max.
Maybe an hour ago.
He met at pre-drinks.
He met at the pre-drinks at your house before we went to Boston Pizza.
Yeah.
And I look over and her hand is in like his pants.
He's getting a fucking hand job
And
in BP.
He's getting a handy.
He's getting a handy. And cherry on top, this was happening while he gave me the dirty look and said, I think you're being a little too easy.
as he's getting jerked.
He's literally
in
getting
a family
jerked off
establishment
at a family restaurant right now
by someone he had met an hour ago, which like is not relevant because that doesn't really matter. But in the grand scheme of then saying that you are too easy to get,
I'm mad about the context of the situation.
Yeah, it adds to it.
You do you. I think it's so fucked up. That's a little pedophile to have a hand job in a fucking family restaurant. That's its own issue, but that's not why I'm mad. I'm mad because as you're getting a hand job, you're telling me that I'm too easy for sending a text, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
To a guy who looks like he cuddles.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are you mad?
Yeah.
Not me saying, no, I'm not mad about this story anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I do remember why we were fucking pissed off when we first recorded it. What an ass. Like, come on. I was pissed.
So that was the first of so many digs.
So I'm like, okay. That was the ultimate dig, though.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I looked over, I noticed the hand job.
I had no idea until
I looked
after.
back, rechecked out the hand job just to confirm what I was seeing.
You never know.
I'm also really drunk, right? And I go, okay, I'm about 70% sure that's what's happening, but obviously I can't report that right now. So I just don't acknowledge it. And we go on with the rest of our evening.
And we know it happened too. I just want to say we do know it happened.
Well, we're gonna come back
bragging.
to it. We're gonna come back to it. And so I carry it. I carry that burden. I carry that
like a champ. I could not. I would have announced it right at that table.
It was a hard thing to have on my shoulders.
Like, what the fuck? But here's the other thing. I actually really liked the girls that we met, so I was like, I'm not trying to blow up this girl's spot. Too.
No,
you know what I
don't
mean?
really care. I mean, like, you probably shouldn't have done that in a Boston Pizza.
It happens,
being honest,
though.
girlfriend.
We're like, it happens.
Definitely
I guess.
more mad at him because he's an asshole, though.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not mad at her.
No,
I'm not mad at her.
Definitely a choice.
It was definitely a choice. I'm not judging. I don't think you should do it again.
I think it's maybe a one and done.
It is definitely pedophilia.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to call you a pedophile.
There is
there's a line. There's a line that was crossed.
There is a certain level of maybe public thrill that comes up with hooking up with somebody in public. I've dabbled. But
I've
definitely
dabbled, but not like that.
Definitely not the middle of at the birthday party restaurant in Boston Pizza. I think you just gotta assess the setting.
We should have said it was one of their fucking birthdays. How funny would that be? Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday. They're like,
yeah. So things are starting to get a little tense at the table for reasons that won't be covered on this episode. But we're like, all right, it's time to move the party. Like, Let's move on.
The bills come. We're like, we obviously need to get out of a family setting.
Yeah, we are annihilated drunk at this point.
Yeah, we're not getting into anywhere downtown. So what's the next best option? And honestly, in my opinion, first best option.
Yeah.
A house party.
You
gotta hit a house party.
We had the invite for a party, so we were like, all right, let's go.
Can't wait.
Hop in the Oobs and
roll up
head
to this
on
party.
over to the house party. In the house party, Maddie like kind of knew the guy.
Yeah.
Like loosely.
Yeah.
So
through my friend.
Through your friend.
Like my friend was like leading the night.
Yeah.
You know, like she's the one who knew everyone there.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of tagging along for the ride, honestly getting some content. We go to this house party, and shall I set the scene also?
Please do.
Think any university house party you've ever been to. We walk in, immediately there's Pong.
Neon lights.
It's a vibe.
2016
there's lots of people.
Music
that was playing was interesting.
Questionable.
Definitely interesting. It was like a Spotify playlist, and it was like, there was Black Eyed Peas on it. I'm not sure where the Spotify playlist was coming. It was giving me like top 200 wedding songs.
Yeah.
You know? Like it was giving me like a wedding.
Yeah. It catered to all audiences.
Yeah, catered to all audiences.
Definitely not our audience.
Dare I say family friendly.
A family friendly night.
Family friendly night.
Minus the hand job in the public place.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Family friendly. The Weekend Roundup family friendly edition.
So we go to this party. It's a little crowded. So we find our own little spot, like this whole gang of us.
But immediately I need a hit.
Yeah, listen. I am carrying the weight of a fucking public hand job scandal on my hands right now. If I don't get a fucking rip of weed into me soon, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
I'm being
Maddie
fucking
doesn't even
bullied
know.
by Brent, bro.
Brent has said multiple things.
I'll be
at
honest.
This point.
I don't need a reason to smoke. I'm just trying to get high.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I go up to the main guy hosting the party,
know.
the host, and I said, "My guy, I know you smoke. What can you do for me right now? And he said, Maddie, I've got you.
Yep.
He takes us to the side.
Yep.
And he pulls out a massive fucking bong.
Might I say, though, the cleanest bong
so clean
I've ever seen at a frat party. Sometimes people are like, yo, you want to hit this? And it looks like an actual glass compost container.
It was like
that looks like you will die.
He definitely put it in the dishwasher.
It was so clean.
It was so clean.
On top of it being clean, it was also the size of Madison.
It was, yeah, like he took it very literally.
Massive.
And here's the thing about bongs. I don't really fuck with bongs. I smoke a lot, but I don't smoke bongs. I don't like bongs. Every time I smoke a bong, something goes wrong. It's just not my vibe. I'd way rather. And like when I asked for weed, like I just expected him to give me like a quick little joint, roll up a joint, you know,
hit a pipe or something real quick.
Wasn't expecting like the massive bong, my height.
Maddie was wearing a dress that night, and I'm skipping ahead, but when she hit the bong, also this is not a good look for us. He didn't actually have any weed, but he had like a rolling table, and he was like,
it just had crumbs.
He was like, there's some keef on there, and we were like, fucking pack that shit up, dog.
Look,
sometimes you're in the trenches.
Desperate. I'm desperate.
Yeah.
I'm fucking desperate right now. And so that's what we did. And
Maddie was hitting the bong. She was holding the bottom of the bong.
I will say, don't do that though. Like, don't go to a party and just smoke someone's random.
We knew this guy, though.
I was like good with the guy, so it was cool. But like, if you're just going to a random party, don't do that.
It was clean.
And make sure, like we were
always assess.
We were safe. We were safe, so it was good. But assess the sitch before you.
And don't do that if you never smoke weed.
Yeah, seriously, absolutely don't start with a bong.
So Maddie's holding the bottom of this bong, like where her dress ends, so like mid thigh, and
I'm hitting it like this,
and the mouthpiece is at her mouth. Think about how long that is compared to Maddie. Like that was a huge fucking bong. So Maddie was like, "I'll start it, you finish it," because there wasn't much.
Yeah, we had
because we're a duo. We're a team.
We had one bowl between us from this like little rolling thing. Oh, I didn't know what you were doing. I was like, what? But yeah, so that was what we were doing. So I was like, let me start it. But here's the thing about smoking weed. It's very much similar to drinking water in the sense
it can go down the wrong hole.
It can go down the wrong way. You know when you take a sip and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, you start coughing.
That did not
like,
hit. That was me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When that happens, you know you're fine. You're like, oh, I just need like I need a quick rinse. I need like some water. But nobody else is under the impression that you're okay.
Because you don't look okay.
Because you don't look okay. Like you're literally coughing, crying, dying.
The last time I smoked a bong, again, this is just why I don't really fuck with them that much.
No, not my vibe.
I was trying to tell my friend a story, Cassidy Petapal, shout out. I was trying to tell her a story, and I had just used hers. And as I'm telling it, my heart's going, whoa, 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 whoa. And she's like, are you good? And that's the thing. It's like back in the day when I would like smoke every once in a while, that would happen. And I'd be like, holy fuck, I'm dying.
Attack, yeah.
But I was like, just give me like 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah. You just need a minute.
Regulated that shit out. If you ever start freaking out, then you're already gone. Like you just gotta.
And chill. So that's where I'm at in the night. And we're way over to this corner. And it's me, Laura, Brent.
And Brent's woman.
They're
discussing their plans.
For the night. I'm fucking dying. So everyone's like, whoa, Maddie can't handle her weed. Like, obviously,
no,
Brent takes
screaming.
Brent takes this as an opportunity to fucking come at me.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's just keep in mind, like, people who don't know me don't know that I smoke weed, like, kind of a lot. It's kind of off-brand for me, honestly. Looks-wise, like, people are like, oh, she doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
So, like, it's always shocking when I do. So when I hit the bong and I'm dying, he thinks I'm, like, fucking going down. And I'm fine, but he doesn't know that. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, I just need some water, but I can't communicate that. So I just look at Lauren, try to say it telepathically.
I pick it up.
And I walk away.
She hands me the bong.
Yeah, I'm like, and then I just go to the kitchen to get some water.
Yeah. So she hands me this massive bong. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta finish it before I go check on her. So I finish it.
Of course.
Because I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I better go check on, Mads. Not because I think she's dying and coughing and like all this stuff.
That's what you do. You always check on your friends.
But your friend, like, she went off in the party.
Yeah,
so.
you don't leave your friend alone.
So I'm looking around. There's nowhere for me to set this ginormous glass bong down. So the only person next to us is Brent because he's been yelling that Maddie can't handle her shit.
Maddie can't take it. Dude, shut the fuck up right now.
Yeah, literally shut up. You smoke this thing, then.
I'm easy and I can't hold
and
my
you can't
weed.
Smoke. Two horrible
Look,
titles.
I'll let the easy thing pass, but you're gonna tell me I can't smoke weed?
That's just rude. That's just disrespectful.
That's just fucking disrespectful.
So I go to like hand him this massive bong because I can't set it down, and I'm just like, and I hand it to him, and he literally, people who don't, okay, here's the thing. I get if you don't smoke weed, that's totally fine. Like,
no.
everyone has their own
100%.
opinion. I'm not saying that. But people who don't smoke and then make people who do smoke feel like absolute fucking like weirdos for it.
No.
Honestly, just suck. Anyone who makes anyone feel that way
The weed
really sucks.
stigma is not my vibe.
So I hand
it pisses
him
me off.
this bong to be, and I'm like, can you just set this down? And he literally puts his hands up and he's like, I'm not touching that fucking shit. What the fuck?
Okay. Look,
Dude.
I was about to say something, but I'm not going to put this guy on too hard of a blast. But do you know what I was going to say?
Mm-mm.
I was going to say, this guy does harder drugs every fucking
Right?
weekend. I'm sorry that I took a hit of weed once.
No,
in front
I
of
know.
you.
I wanted to say that too, and I think we should say it. I'm gonna say it
He
because
does
it's showing
other
how
drugs.
Men are hypocrites.
Not
men.
we won't say men.
I won't say men.
In general,
Him.
people who hate on people who smoke weed, but it's like, okay, you're being so
Well, he's
hypocritical.
a hypocrite in general because he was telling you that you were easy as he was getting a hand job at a family restaurant, and then he also was saying that like
Two very
acting
hypocritical
like we were
moves.
actual like
He was
had an
acting
actual,
like I was fucked up for taking a hit from the bong.
yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Like he was like, that was so fucking weird
Like,
of you.
yeah, I can't believe you just came to a party and smoked weed. Okay, sorry, we're fun.
Sorry, there wasn't. They
Sorry,
weren't
we're
giving out
fun.
liquor. Like,
Sorry, we're fun. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like, sorry, I like to do my own thing at a party.
yeah.
Freak. Anyways, sorry.
He had a whole ass attitude.
Not us. Like, this is us debriefing the situation months later.
Yeah, it's coming up. There's a lot coming
I'm
up.
pissed.
Yeah,
And like when we think about when we first recorded this,
Mhm.
this was like day after.
we were
I was
screaming
so
into the
mad.
microphone.
I was so mad.
But
Obviously I've calmed down. I don't
there's
care.
lots of other digs that we could go over at the house party because he had a lot of things to say at the house party.
But we'll skip because you know what? That's boring.
You don't
we're
need
we're
to
giving you the
hear-
good ones.
You don't need to hear all the boring, bad insults that he came up with that just had no basis and no standing. It just were so random.
Just picture everything I say. This guy has some kind of smart ass remark.
yeah.
Some kind of smart ass
And
remark.
also, like, I want to say for my sake too, it's not like he was saying this, nobody was saying something. Every single time he said something, I said something back to defend Maddie.
No.
Every single time.
and
And it never stopped.
Keep in mind, I'm being targeted. Okay?
Yes.
Like it's at me. Like he's not being like this to anybody else, but everything I say, I'm being like actually attacked for.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, okay, this is like kind of fucked.
So everything he said, I had a response. Like every single thing he said, I would say something back.
We were beefing.
But he just would ignore it and continue and continue and continue. So eventually it got to the
It's
point
fucking
where
weird.
we were like, this is so fucking lame. We're going home.
So we go home.
We called an Uber. We left. Here's the thing. We say goodbye to the guy who owned it. We were like, bye.
Bye to our king
Thanks.
host.
We leave. We did accidentally leave the door open because, well, no, it wasn't an accident. We were walking out and we were like running to our Uber. And as we walk out the door, we're both like, what the fuck? Now we're debriefing. Now I'm about to tell her about the hand job.
The weekend roundup is
like
starting.
now we're freaking out. We walk out the door. Maddie's in like heels, so she's like running down the stairs, and she's going, "I can't close that door. I can't close the fucking door." And we're running away
because we were late for the Uber.
We were late, and we were just running. Anyways, because we left the door open, I guess some rumors started that we stole a bunch of liquor. And I'm gonna say on my podcast that I have never sold anyone's liquor from any party because I can obviously afford to buy my own fucking liquor,
not even
and
that.
I don't need to steal it from other people.
Look, I asked for weed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna steal liquor. You know what I mean?
We
like,
asked for the remaining scraps of
that's
this
you know
guy's
what?
weed.
Now that we're reflecting, maybe that's why he thought we stole the liquor.
True.
But also like I
It's 'cause
just
we
don't
didn't-
care.
Yeah. We're just gonna say it. Like we didn't.
No, yeah, we didn't. We were there
We
for like
left
literally
empty-handed.
not that long. We left empty-handed. There's actually videos of me running down the stairs. I think being like,
do.
"Oh my god, I can't close the door." Definitely not holding anything.
No liquor.
So,
So
I mean, that was a little upsetting, but you know what? We're over it. We've made friends, made peace with the host since then,
yeah.
and so it's all chill. It's
Just
cool.
wanted to clear up the rooms.
clear up any rumors.
that the weekend roundup is out here burglarizing people.
Yeah, like imagine.
You can invite us to our parties. We won't steal you from
Promise.
you.
Promise.
Pinky promise.
But yeah, so we go home And shortly after, everybody else arrives.
Yeah, Mads and I go home by ourselves, and this is when we unpack. Like, this is when I'm like, yo.
So I'm up to date.
She knows all the shit that's gone on now.
And we're like, yeah, what was that about? That guy just Brent just freaking the fuck out at me.
We thought we were
everything.
alone for the night. Like, we were getting ready to go to bed. We were in pajamas.
Yeah, we were vibing. Lo and behold, everybody else squads up at Maddie's
rolls
house.
Rolls back.
Fair enough.
Because they had tried to go to a frat party after we left, and I guess one of the guys
Right.
got mouthy with the frat bouncer, and they got kicked out.
Frat bouncer.
The frat bouncer.
And so, yeah. So
which I'm sure
happened.
that was an intelligent exchange of words. But anyway, keep going.
Anyways, so we're all chilling around the dining room table, and this is like, so everybody, almost everybody who was there
Felt like we were in
originally-
fucking Summer House or something. It felt like a reality TV show.
We're around the dining room table. It's me, Lauren, my friend, Brent's friend.
Mm-hmm.
The two girls were at the other party, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're all chatting, and
But yeah, he immediately came in. I said something snarky, and then
because here's the thing, if you're gonna start it, I don't think me and Lauren have any need to be
Issue.
respectful back.
Yeah.
You know, like there was a point I think in time a lot, probably honestly up until this night, where if someone was like being fucking rude, like I would just be like, okay, whatever, like not my vibe. But at this point, you're sitting in my fucking house, you know? So yeah, if you come in after, we're gonna be dicks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be nice to you when after the night's over you come back to my house. You know? So I'm pissed.
And he sits down and he says another comment to Maddie. And
At this point, everybody fucking knows Brent has something up his ass
Mhm.
when I open my mouth.
Yeah.
Brent does not like Maddie Mills. It's apparent.
yeah.
So my friend is like, yo, like honestly, at this point, what is up with you and like your beef with Maddie? And like it's kind of awkward. Like everyone's like, yeah, like
What is your problem?
what is your problem? Like we basically are having
I'm
an
actually
intervention.
pissed. Like,
everyone's pissed. Like everyone's just like, dude, like what is your problem? Because he said something that was like a little sus, and to the point where everyone was like, okay, dude, this needs
It
to
was
stop.
because up until that point, it was just like he'd say something, I'd say something, or you would say something back
Yeah,
to him. But
it
then
was beef.
when everyone else got involved, everybody was like, "Yeah, man, what the
Yeah,
fuck
dude,
are
like
you
relax. Like what's going on here? So it gets awkward. It gets awkward. We're like, and we're all waiting for him to speak. Like we're like, okay, well, yeah, what the fuck is your problem? Like
Yeah.
clearly there's a problem. I'm not the only one who thinks it. Like I was gaslit to believe at the beginning of this night.
doing?" Yeah,
Like me and Lauren know it. My friend knows it. Even your friend's like probably sus about the whole thing
Yeah.
at this point. And he's like, starts like
getting freaked out,
freaking out.
and then he pulls out his phone,
Then he pulls out his phone and starts scrolling.
like super aggressively
I'm
in his
like-
photos, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're like, okay, what's going
"What
on?
the fuck?"
And then, so we're like just waiting, and then he blurts out. Like, he goes, what did he say?
I actually hurt my leg.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What?
I was like, when? And he's like, 3 years ago when we were supposed to hang out, I actually hurt my leg, and that's why we stopped talking. I was like, wait.
Everybody was like, "What?" And then he's sitting on one end of the table, Maddie's sitting on the other. He gets up, shoves his phone in Maddie's face, and it's like a
It's
picture
like
of his
him-
knee
his,
like
like,
exploding.
literally gouged open. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a serious injury. Like, I was like, my guy, like, yeah, you did actually
That
hurt your leg.
sucks.
And then he was like, look, like that time we were supposed to hang out, I hurt my leg, and that's why we couldn't. And then you opened me. We're all dead quiet because we were like,
Nobody says anything.
we're like, okay, wait. We're processing. This guy is fucking pissed off that I opened him on Snapchat when we were supposed to hang out and stop talking to him, and that's why he was being rude to me the whole fucking night.
3 years later,
3 years later?
while he was getting a hand job, he still couldn't stop thinking about it.
No, I was like, I don't even remember, like, I didn't even remember
Yeah.
that. Like, I was like, what? Okay, so
There's a long pause.
there's a long, quiet pause as we are all processing what I just explained. And then, I'm not gonna lie, we all let out a little chuckle.
I burst out fucking laughing.
It was funny.
I
Like,
went, Snapchat,
we all start laughing. We're like, wait, what? This guy?
freaks
and puffs.
villain origin story.
Villain origin story for real. He huffs and puffs and he stands up and he goes, I'm leaving, and gets up and leaves.
starts walking out, and I'm
We're all
going.
like, whoa, don't leave, don't leave. Like,
Everyone else is saying don't leave, and I'm going, bye,
Peace,
bye,
sir.
Brent. Get the fuck out of his house, Brent. Like,
but
just
we're all like,
instigator.
whoa, don't leave. Like, what is the drama here? I literally didn't even remember that this happened. Like, I felt bad that I opened him, but like, why am I getting absolutely attacked? Like, just say, yo, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then he comes back into the room
It's
because it
never
was
that
all
serious.
just for show, and
It's
it was
never
all
that
for drama.
serious. It's never that serious.
He comes back into the room, and Maddie's friend, because she is friends with both of them, she's trying to like even this out. She's like, okay, you know what? Like, let's just call it clean.
Yeah,
Like, let's
it's
just
no
shake
big
it
deal.
off. So he goes over, and he's literally flailing around.
He's
stressed.
He's not okay, so I'm not gonna like play into this situation. Like he's like definitely frantic.
So he's like
He was flustered.
He was flustered. He's like moving all
Yeah.
around the room, and then he like basically throws himself
into
the chair next to
me,
Maddie.
and he's like, "What do you say?"
Sticks his hand out to shake her hand. Maddie's wrapped in a blanket.
I'm like,
looks him up and down and goes,
"No,
no,
I'm not fucking shaking your hand after this entire night. You've
Yeah.
been fucking rude, and the whole time we find out it's because I opened you on Snapchat 3
Yeah.
years ago, dude. If you had a problem, one, why didn't you hit me? Snapchat's a two-way street. You could have hit me up if you wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I kind of feel like when someone injures themselves and then the other person texts them to hang out and then they say, I'm injured, it's kind of
No, we
on
had
them.
plans. Let's not get it twisted. We had plans, and then he said I'm injured and I can't go. So I'm sorry I opened you. I just open things when they're done. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
And then
Sorry I didn't keep a streak with you, Brent.
I'm sorry I wasn't streaking with you, Brent. And then me and Brent, obviously, he never snapped me again after that. So I just thought, okay, Brent's not interested. I'm not going to keep trying to hang out with someone, you know? If you really want to hang, hit me up.
Yeah, he's not cute enough for all that effort anyway.
Love
But he so he tries to shake
yeah, I
Maddie's
don't shake
hand.
his
He
hand.
tries to shake Maddie's hand, and Maddie doesn't shake it back.
And
then
this was
then
my...
he starts
Yeah.
freaking out. He's like, well, then fuck that, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's getting mad, and then I'm yelling at him, being like, well, you've been fucking disrespectful to her in our podcast all day. And I'm...
Yeah, keep in mind, like, the whole night I was not disrespectful. The only kind of disrespectful thing I did was not
shake
shaking
his
his hand, which
hand.
I don't even think is
Which
disrespectful.
he took
in
as, like,
context.
the ultimate form of dis-fucking respect. Like,
You know what? I'm glad he did, because you know what? It was.
So
Fuck you. Fuck you,
now
Brent.
he's mad. Now he's mad. So he's sitting. Now he all sits down. Now everyone's sitting in silence around this dining room table.
Awkward as shit.
And I'm like, so what's the plan, boys? Like, are you getting an Uber?
Are you guys leaving? Because I can't leave. This is my fucking house.
And Maddie's friend and the other guy, Brent's friend, say, we're dipping. The two of them leave. They went somewhere.
so now it's literally just us and
So
Brent.
now it's us and Brent in Maddie's house at like
And
1 a.m. on a Saturday night.
who else shows up?
And we're like, well, where are you going, Brent? He goes, I'm waiting for the girl. As in the girl that gave him the hand job must pizza. We go, where is
Yeah.
she? He goes, she's Ubering to this house. And then we're going to Uber to my apartment.
Sounds good, guys. Just get the fuck out at this point.
But what is that plan? Can you not just get an Uber and get the fuck out
yeah,
of here?
like
Because
why
he ended
can't
up
you guys meet, or why can't you go to her?
he ended up hanging out at the house with us for like 30 minutes, and I was so drunk at this point. I was so mad at him. We had already fought, and I
And, like,
can't
he-
talk
and
about why
also,
we were
like-
fighting, unfortunately. But I was so mad, and I was so drunk. And at one point, Maddie was trying to have small talk with him.
Well,
and
it's
she was
also
like,
just awkward. Like,
Yeah.
not me having my whole moment of like, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna shake your hand, and then he just stays.
and then he stays.
So I'm just like, I'm like not a huge dick. So I'm like, so what are your plans for the rest?
Maddie's talking
Picture
to him
that.
like his so Maddie's trying to have awkward small talk. She's wrapped in a blanket. I am standing in the corner. Picture 11 from Stranger Things when she tries to blow something up with her mind. I am fucked. There's mascara all over my
Laura's
face.
trying to blow this
My
guy
eyes
up
are
with her
red
head.
because I'm high as shit, and I'm literally staring at this guy like I want to blow him up. And he's wearing a pink Whitney hat. And Maddie was like, "Oh, are you into Barstool?" And he was like, "Yeah, I love Barstool. Love Barstool podcasts." So we're like, "Oh, so you just don't like woman podcasts, okay?" But then he was. I was like, "So you're into Barstool?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That definitely gives people the impression that they need from you, asshole." Like just like
Being so out of
so
pocket.
rude to him, like. And
Our queen shows up, and then the four of us are
she
waiting
has
in
like
the
an
kitchen.
overnight bag
She has an overnight bag. We're all waiting in the kitchen for their Uber.
for their Uber so they can go home and hook up. And then she's like,
and keep in mind, this queen has no idea any of what had just happened. So like this whole situation, I'm just like,
she's so
please-
bubbly and nice.
No, she's
and she
a
walks
queen.
into the
she's
most
a fucking queen.
too good for him.
Way too good for him.
And she walks into the most like tense, awkward situation. I'm just like so mad at this guy, just spazzing at him.
Shook.
And she's just like, "Hey," And she senses the vibe, goes, I'm just going to use the bathroom. Goes in the bathroom. We can hear her on FaceTime with her roommate the whole time she's in there.
We're like, totally fair.
Yeah.
Totally fucking fair.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Okay. I am at my own home. Why am I standing in the kitchen with Brent from Bumble 3 years ago?
Why am I entertaining this fuckhead?
Why am I, what's going on here? So, like, get out. Brent overstayed his welcome.
I think he just came back to the house to annoy you, which actually this proves my point, is that the next weekend.
No, I was about to say, you know what? He definitely did, because the next weekend, my friend's on FaceTime with her friend, and then, of course, our guy Brent is with her friend.
He pops his head into the FaceTime. And they're like, yo, Maddie, we're going to come over right now to, like, come pick something up. And I was like, don't fucking show up in my house, Brent. The other people that he was with, like, could come to the house, but we were like...
I was like, look,
explicitly said, don't
Brent.
come, Brent.
I was like, if you're coming to pick something up, come. Brent can stay in the fucking car. I don't care. Brent's not coming to my fucking house.
Mm-mm.
Brent is over. Brent is canceled party. Brent, Maddie wants nothing to do with Brent. And you know what? Just putting this out there, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I don't know what people think. I don't know why people think that they have, like, everyone needs to like them, or I don't know what it is.
Entitlement to people.
Yeah, you have no entitlement.
Or that we're not being serious when we say we don't like you.
If I say I don't like you to your face, it means I probably don't fucking like you.
Yeah.
So don't show up at my house. It's fucking weird for you to show up at my house after that.
Because, so the guy who needed to come pick something up, he comes into the house. He comes in, whatever.
He comes in, we're like, hey,
grabs
what's
his shit.
up?
We're like,
Grab
what's
your
up?
shit.
And I go, where's Brent? And he goes, oh, Brent's here. Brent's outside.
Brent comes in the door. Brent just walks right in.
10 minutes later, though. So, and they Ubered there.
He waited.
So he waited outside for 10 minutes before he came inside. And he bursts through the door, busts open the door, and goes, hey guys. As if he's like
making
as if he's some like reoccurring character in the studio audience.
Me
is
and
gonna
Lauren
clap.
don't even flinch. We're sitting there at the dining room table. I was like, wow, deja vu.
And he goes, bet you didn't think I would come. Didn't think I would come.
Well, I told you not to fucking show up at my house, so yeah, I didn't think you would show up.
Yep.
It's fucking weird that you're here, and I'm this close to calling the fucking police, Brent.
No, we were both saying, like, it's weird you're here. I don't know why you showed up. You were not invited here. And he goes, all my friends were coming here. Was I supposed to not come?
Yes.
And we both go,
when I said you're not invited, that's what I meant. Don't fucking show up. And
so,
they're literally coming for, like, 20 seconds, so it's weird in the first place to even show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, when have you ever, if, like, we're going somewhere and I'm not welcome, you just run in and grab it and leave.
Yeah, honestly,
you know?
like, the way that he really thought he did something by coming to the house of two girls
that
he picked on for a whole night because he actually just wants to fuck one of them, and just completely shit on every single thing that we do, was a total hypocrite about everything. Everything that he said.
And then just show up and be like, hey, ladies, I'm
back.
home. What?
How about you get the fuck out?
No. So we're like rude to him the whole time, and he eventually leaves. And
he sits in the corner and is quiet for the rest of the time that he's
on
there.
his phone. And it's like, okay, what was the point of you coming then?
That was such a statement.
If anything,
what did he think we were gonna do? Be like, oh
yeah,
oh no!
I'm like, oh, my eyes, they're burning.
We've lost. This guy is the man. This guy rocks.
We've lost.
He's so sexy and
no.
definitely has a great personality and super funny.
Like, it was so fucking weird for him to show up the next week.
Yeah,
and it's like to the point where it's like, okay, Brent, like, if you're listening right now, if you show up to my house one more fucking time, I swear to God, I'm calling. No,
here's us telling you.
I'm getting my mace out and I'm fucking spraying you.
This is not a joke. We're not bantering with you.
I'm not bantering.
We don't like you. Don't stop fucking trying to vibe with us.
Don't come here. Not even trying to vibe. Look, if we don't like each other, fine. You know, like, we don't have to like each other. Don't come to my house. If I see him around, I'm nice to him. I'm always like, hey, Brown, what's up? Like, I'm not gonna be a dick. I know, but you're never around. I like awkwardly have to see him sometimes, so I'm nice about it. You know, like, I'm not gonna be a dick, but don't show up to my house. You cannot like someone and be civil. And at that point, I wasn't even civil with him. You know, like, we were not good. So if you're gonna show up to my house, I would like an apology.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to be like, "What's up? I'm home. I'm so sorry for the way I acted. I was drunk or something." You know what I mean?
But no, he just shows up and then pouts,
doesn't say shit and sits in the corner.
About it, gets upset that we weren't like, hey, sexy, welcome back. Like,
oh my God, I missed you.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's your leg doing?
It kind of shows that he doesn't have a lot of respect for boundaries, huh?
Nobody does these days.
Yeah. I mean, also, he doesn't really like listen when people tell him not to do something too. You know,
I mean,
all around, just not a great guy.
Not a great guy, not great boundaries. Key takeaways.
Key takeaways: Brent sucks. Don't make fun of my friend. Don't make fun of our podcast. Don't make fun of me. Don't be rude to girls that you actually want to sleep
Look,
with.
honestly though, it's not even don't make fun of us. Like, I don't even think that's the key takeaway.
Okay, yeah. Don't
It's
make
like,
fun
you
of
can make fun of us all you want.
You don't have to be disrespectful, though.
Don't be disrespectful to my face and then come to my house after. Like, that's kind of my problem with it. You know what I mean? Like, look, if you're going to be disrespectful,
I have a problem with the
I'm just
hand
not
job.
going to have time with you. Yeah, don't. Honestly, I mean, there's a time and place. There's a time and place. That's a key takeaway.
Yeah. And we did, like I said, at this whole dining room conversation is when we found out that it did happen. And the little fucker was giving us attitude when he had literally soiled his pants for the entire fucking evening. You're going to give me attitude when that's how you're walking around?
Sorry, I'm just trying to text
Bold.
my king, my
Bold.
sweet king.
Yeah.
Whom I met the night before. And you're just being an ass.
And gross.
Yeah. So that's our hand job in a BP story. That episode's been waiting to
I
come
haven't
out.
returned to Boston Pizza since.
Yeah, we're probably not going to be allowed after this.
Nah.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. Well,
I'm
our
sorry,
beers are
Boston.
empty, Mads, and the weather is calling our name. I think that we dip
Finish
out
the
for
beer.
this Sunday. I think that's all for us. And I guess we'll see you back here on Thursday
Yeah.
for the weekend warm up.
Yeah. Talk soon.
Talk soon. Thank you for watching this episode of the Weekend Roundup. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Maybe hit the bell button. And we'll see you back here next Sunday. Talk soon.